Alrighty, so today we're going to be working on adding two-digit numbers and adding tens to them, okay? So two-digit numbers, and then we're going to add even tens to it, so that the only thing that changes is the tens column, okay? As an example, we're going to jump right into number 1. So look at the front of your paper, and after you get your name on the front of your paper, we're going to look here at number 1, and I'm going to put the number, let's do 26, okay? And we're only going to add 10 to it. 26 and 10. Now we're adding, think of it this way. We're adding a 10 to 26. So if I'm only going to add a 10 to it, then that means the only thing that's going to change is the tens column. Okay? And we're adding, which means it's getting bigger. We're adding 110. And so when you add 110 to 20, you get 30. That's right. So I'll have a 3 in this column now because I added 110 to my 2, which is in the tens column. So I had 20. But my ones don't change. Okay? I didn't add any ones. I didn't take any ones away. So I still have 6 ones in that column. Does that make sense? Let's try another one and see. Let's do the number 11. Okay? Pretty easy. I've got a 1 in the tens column and a 1 in the ones column. And I'm going to add 30 to that one. And remember, think we're adding 1, 2, 3 tens. Okay? So 10, 20, 30. I've got 3 here, 3 tens that I'm going to add to the 1 that's in the tens column. And when I add 3 to the 1 that's in the tens column, then in the tens column I will get 4. That's right. I'll have a 4 in the tens column. But remember, I still have a 1 in the ones column, and I didn't add anything to it. I didn't take anything away from it, and so that has to stay the same. So I have a 1 over here in the ones column, so I have 41. 11 plus 30 makes 41. Starting to make a little more sense? And I'm sorry that I did number 3. You just do it where I wrote it. Mr. Martin's being silly again. All right, so looking at this one, we'll start with the number 44, and we'll add 20 to that one. Okay? 10, 20. And remember, we're starting with a 4 over here in the tens column. We're adding 2 more to that, so we'll have 6 in the tens column. And we didn't change this. We didn't add anything to it or take it away, so we still have 4 in the ones. So 44 and 20 is 64. Okay? Here we're going to do 37. We'll start with 37. And we're going to add 30 to that one, which is how many tens? That's right, 3 tens. And you don't really have to draw the tens. If you can kind of think in your mind that you're adding 3 tens, just know that you're adding it to the tens column. And so when you add your 3 to the tens column, you have 6. And our ones did not change, so we're going to leave that the same and make it a 7. Okay? Now, if you don't understand, this is the point in time where you need to pause the video, hold that thumb up. Mr. Martin will come around and help you out. If not, let's jump in and turn to the middle. Okay? So, they're making it kind of easy for us, right? They're giving us the number that we're going to start with. The 2-digit number to start with is 14 here, so we just put that in the first blank. They're showing you 2 tens, okay, just like we did on the front, which makes 20. So 14 and 20. Now look, my 4 stayed the same from 14, and we added 2 to the ones to the 1 in the tens column, and that made 3. Okay, so I'd like for you to pause the video now, and I want you to do number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 now. 1 through 10 now. Very good. Now let's look at the bottom down here where all these boxes are. Okay? You need to solve this one and find the pattern. Find the pattern. They started you off with 29, and how many did they add to get to 39? Okay? Then they took that number and put it up top. And they added 10 to it. And when you get 39 plus 10, what is it here? Then whatever you get here, put in this box. Add 10 to get 59. 59 goes up here, and I think that you can kind of see, and then you need to fill in all the rest of the boxes. So pause the video now and do number 11. Very good. Now, let's turn to the back. On the back, it says that Jamal has 54 coins in his piggy bank. Jamal's dad gives him a bag of 10 coins. So, how many coins does Jamal have now? Write a number sentence to solve, and then tell me right here how many coins he has. Very good. Now let's look at number 13. It says that Liza has 37 stickers. She gets 2 more packages of stickers. Each package has 10 stickers. Okay, so you have to figure out 2 things. You have to figure out how many stickers she got all together, the 2 new packages, and then you have to add that to 37. So, find the correct number down here that says how many stickers she has all together and color in the circle underneath it. Very good. Now, let's look at our next page. Next page. Okay, let's do a little erasing right here. And then, I'm going to drop my marker. So, number 1 looks like this. You have blank, 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 blank. And you have plus 10, plus 30, plus 20, plus 40, okay? So we're going to work with number 1 first, and we're just going to jump right into it, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put the same number in the first blank every time, okay? And that number is going to be 10. Actually, no, it's not. Tricked you. That number is going to be 14. And we're not going to put the numbers, we're not going to put the tens, we're just going to do this in our head. Okay? We got 14 and we're going to add 1 10. And when we add 1 to our tens column, what do we get? That's right, because we have a 1 in the tens column, so that gives us 2. Our 4 stays the same, 24. This time we're going to add 3 to the tens column. Again, in our tens column we have a 1. When we add 3 to that, we get 4. And our 4 in the ones column stays the same. This time we're going to add 2. Okay? And so when we add 2 to our tens column, because it's a 1, we end up with 3. Our 4 stays the same. And then down here, we're going to add 4 tens into our into our tens column. 4 tens into the tens column to the 1 that's in the tens column. And you have 5, and our 4 stays the same. You with me? If you're not, raise your hand, I'll come help. Okay? And so, I'm going to erase this. Make sure you have it all down. I'm going to give you a second to get it all down. If you need to, pause the video and take it down, okay? But, I'm going to erase that. I'm going to erase these, and then we're going to do number 2. Okay? Number 2 on the front. Blank, 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 blank. Blank, 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 blank. This time we're going to change it up a little bit. Okay? I'm not going to put the same number. We're going to put 31. We're going to put 24. We're going to put 61. And then we're going to put 57. Okay? So, this time we have a 3 in the tens column. We're adding 1 to that. So that makes, that's right, a 4. And our 1 doesn't change. So we leave the 1. Okay? Now for this one. We're starting with a 2 in the tens column. We're adding 3 tens to it. All right? So when we add our 3 to our 2, we get 5. We didn't do anything to our 1s. And so it becomes 54. Okay? So now we have a 6, and we're going to add 2 to that. So we end up with 8. Had 1 in the 1s column, so that stays the same. Then we've got a 5 in the tens column, we're adding 4 to it. So we have 9, and we didn't do anything to our 1s, so the 7 stays the same. Pretty simple stuff, right? Not too bad. So let's turn to the middle. And this time, they kind of change it up on you, so you kind of got to look here. Sometimes they give you this number to start with, and they show it that way, and you have to show that that's 25. They're adding 30, and that's what it makes. And sometimes they just give you the number. Okay? But either way, you can do it. I want you to go ahead and do numbers 1 through 12. 1 through 12. Pause the video. Do that now. Very good. All right. Now, let's look at this page, or this problem down here. So we know that this sign right here in the middle says means is the same as. So right now, we have 30 plus triangle equals triangle plus 30. Okay? Now, they're telling us that one side, that 30 plus triangle equals is the same as 59. Okay? So how much is the triangle? What plus 30 makes 59? So the triangle is what? Pause the video. Do number 13. Very good. Let's turn to the back. Let's turn to the back. All right. It says Rita, number 14 says Rita has 18 stickers. Maria has 20 stickers. How many do they have in all? Pretty straightforward. Pause video. Make me a number sentence. Tell me how many stickers in all. Excellent. Number 15 says that Joe has 14 marbles. His brother gives him 30 marbles. Now how many marbles does Joe have? Find the answer down here and color in the circle underneath the correct number. Very nicely done, guys. Proud of you for working hard. If you have any questions, raise your thumb. I'll come help you out. If not, go ahead and log yourself into Prodigy and wizard battle it up. Very good.